Hello again, and welcome back to Illegally Cited. This is Jesse, aka BGFH, and I am back for another iOS app video. And I've been asked this several times in different ways. You know, what are the apps that I have on my iPhone? What are the games that I have on my iPhone? What are my favorite apps or favorite games on my iPhone? And I'm going to try to answer a subset of that today. A while back, if you remember, or if you are new to the channel, you may not have seen this video. A while back, I did a video on some great apps for blind and low vision users. And that one is where I looked at things like, KNFB Reader, magnifier apps, book reading apps, just all these different things that are really helpful as a blind or low vision user, that kind of turn your iPhone or iOS device, iPad into a really useful accessibility tool. I have so many apps on my phone, apps and games, and, I'm trying out different things all the time that, a whole video on, everything that's on my phone. We're not going to do that here because we would literally be here probably till Christmas. Because I think under my app listings, I think I had like 200 and some apps at one point. Some of them which I really need to clean and get rid of, but nevertheless, what I want to cover in this video is some kind of I would say my essential games for low vision users. Because I've said in several past iOS videos that, this game is really great and I love it, and this is a game that is just that has to follow me on any iOS device that I have. It's kind of my essentials list. And so I thought today we would go through and I'll show you some of the ones that I would consider like essential apps, or essential games, I should say, for low vision. So let's go into my essentials folder. I'm on my iPhone 7 here. So I've done separate videos on a great majority of these. I don't know if I've covered all of them just yet. But like our first row here, we have Threes. This is a game that I keep coming back to all the time. Let's just jump into it here. I'm just going to maybe, like, for each one of these, I'll just do a quick demo for you guys. So this is that tile matching game where you slide over, one tile at a time. I even did I started a series, Access Unlocked, and I was trying to figure out how would I make an accessible version of this game. That's how much I like this. I turn all the sound effects off. I turn all the music off. This is an excellent app. I regularly turn to this one when I'm listening to podcasts, or like I'm watching something on TV where I don't necessarily really have to pay attention. I can watch football, whatever, listen to whatever. But it's just great. You're basically taking ones and twos to make threes, and then from there on, three and three makes 6 and 6 makes 12, etc. And you're just basically trying to get your numbers as high as you can. So, I mean, that's Threes. If you want to see more about it, I've covered this game in quite a bit of detail. So let me close out of that here real quick. Pac-Man 256. This is another one that I've just found to be super fun, really addictive. A simple concept that works very well on mobile, and it takes a classic game like Pac-Man, and, it kind of turns it into this crazy sort of like endless runner sort of a thing. So we'll load it up here, and we'll just continue playing here. Oh, let me unmute it here, just so you can hear. Oh, you didn't get to hear the cool startup thing. So basically, like I said, you're not trying to collect every dot, you're just trying to outrun the infamous glitch that you see. Oh, okay. I was looking down at the bottom and I totally ran into a ghost. So you still, if I pause for a minute here, you'll see, see it's the little clutter on the bottom there? That is the glitch that is chasing me. And you're trying to outrun it, trying to collect power-ups, trying to collect, you know, power pills, all kinds of stuff. It goes, you know, it's Pac-Man, but just in a little bit of a different form. It's very fun, very addictive. You just swipe in any direction. That's good though, because it doesn't, you know, take too long in any of these games. But yeah, Pac-Man 256 is just super good. Sorry, I had to hear that again. I just love that intro. But yeah, Pac-Man 256, that is one also that I really keep coming back to. I did a full video on it if you want to learn more about the game mechanics and just a little bit more in depth. Definitely go check out that Low Vision Spotlight. Now here's one that's a weird name that I covered not too long ago, called Steppy Pants. Weird name for a weird game. So Steppy Pants, you're basically, you know, you've heard that phrase. Was it step on a crack? You're walking down the sidewalk and you step on a crack, break your mother's back, or something weird like that. So basically, what I'm trying to do, we got this Halloween theme because it was just Halloween not long ago, and I'm stuck in a spider web. I'm basically trying to in this case, outrun. No, I got murdered. But basically, usually, if you're not playing the Halloween mode, you're basically trying to just get as far as you can without falling into stepping on a crack. And sometimes you have to cross streets. Come on, man, Yeah, go ahead and kill me. Alright, but anyway, you get the idea. I did a full video of it, but it's, you know, again, it's just one of those really simple, you can play it for 2 minutes, you can play it for a lot longer than that if you want to. So another great game that I just put on my phone. And of course you have from one of the classic iOS developers from Half-Brick, Jetpack Joyride. This game is just so good. So you play this one in landscape, you tap and hold to jet up in the air, you let go to fall down again, you collect coins, you dodge these zappers, there are different types of little objectives that you can do. I'll show you that really quickly when I die. But basically it's like an endless runner sort of a thing, you try to get as far as you can. Like I said, there are power-ups, oh geez, there are hazards that I just waltzed right into there. We're not going to do anything with that. There are spin tokens, there are... Oh, why am I getting an ad? I shouldn't be getting an ad. That's unacceptable. And here's the other thing, with a lot of these games, you can pay a one-time fee to get rid of ads completely. You know, the games that I'm going to be covering here, they're either free and then you buy like get rid of an ad thing, or they're just, you pay a couple bucks and you play them. It's not this endless money sink with these microtransactions and random crap and timers and all this horrible nonsense. So yeah, Jetpack Joyride. Actually, I even did another Access Unlocked. That's another game that I think could be an interesting project if somebody wanted to try to create an accessible version of that for blind users. So that is another essential. And while we're on the topic of Half-Brick games, the classic that is also now in VR. I don't know if I've actually unlocked that video yet, but Fruit Ninja. So I can just swipe these. What's up? Slash them. We'll do the banana. There are different modes if you want to see how to play, if you want to see this in more detail. Again, a lot of these videos, oh boy, a lot of these I've covered in some form on the channel already, but I'm just going to give you like a quick overview, maybe get you interested in some of my other videos, get you interested in some of these games. It's fun to wreck stuff, it's fun to just slash the crap out of these fruits. You know, bananas and pineapples, apples and all kinds of melons and such, watermelons. And so this mode has power-ups, so some of them you get more of a different score. And with the phone, I can use 1, 2, or... Oh, don't hit the bombs. You know, I can hit... There we go. Oh, dang it, I hit a bomb. Ooh, that takes... Okay, good. Don't hit the bomb. Okay, we're running out of time. But what I was saying is that I can use 1, 2, or 3 because it fully supports multi-touch, so you have like a multi-blade thing going on here. Oh, that was a terrible... That was terrible. So yeah, you know, just slice some fruit. And this is Fruit Ninja Classic. There are other variants of it. I can't even keep track anymore. I think there's some licensed Fruit Ninja things out there. I think I tried one of them. Wasn't there... I think one of them might have been like a Puss in Boots themed thing. Or maybe that was a different mobile game. I don't even remember. But I didn't care for it all that much. I prefer the original. Now, speaking of another great game, here's another essential. Giant... Oh, no. Don't... Oh, no. What the heck? You're crashing on me. Uh-oh. I thought this worked on my iPad on iOS 11, but for some reason it's not going to load for me. Giant Boulder of Death. I did a video on this app as well. You might just have to go back and watch that video because for some reason I'm not going to go through the process of rebooting my phone and trying to get it to work again. But for some reason this one just does not seem to want to load. It should still work under iOS 11. I thought I did it on my iPad not long ago. That basically you're this giant boulder rolling down a hill. You're crushing little villagers and buildings and fences and animals, and as you're going, your boulder gets bigger. It's just really stupid fun. It's really fun. You just tilt your device kind of left and right, and you're just mowing down all kinds of things, trying to avoid falling in pits and things. But it's just really simple graphics, but it's super fun. Giant Boulder of Death. Assuming that it still is working properly, I would highly recommend that as an essential. The next one I don't think I'm going to be able to record either. I can try it. Oh, wow. This one never... You know, the funny thing is I just did a video with the native iOS 11 app for a full vision spotlight for this, because prior to iOS 11 and whatever we're doing now, this would not record. Ridiculous fishing. This is really fun. Yeah, I know how to do this. So basically I'm tilting left and right to dodge the fish, and now I have to try to collect them back on the way back up. Okay, and now I fling them into the air, and I shoot them, because we're rednecks, and we're gonna really make sure them fish don't escape. So yeah, I haven't played this on my iPhone 7 Plus yet, but I played a lot of this on my iPad Air, a fair bit of it on my iPad Pro. I might actually go back and redo that video, because in the iPad Pro version, I didn't have the music in that game, and that might be... We'll see about that, actually. But Ridiculous Fishing, that is one that is over the top. It's fun, it's kind of dumb, but it's really, really good. And I'm really surprised that this actually fully records now, because with Reflector and Bandicam and Fraps, I could get the audio to go through, but I could never get the video. So that was a pleasant surprise. But Ridiculous Fishing, definitely an essential in my book. And I've done a video for this one too. It will speak for itself in just a moment. This game is so good. I love this game. It is just exactly what you want from a racing game on mobile. I love This theme song makes me laugh every time. I don't know why. It's just so serious and metal, and it's just the best. So I'll play a quick race here real quick for you. We'll go in, we'll play, we'll race. This is like the 90s, 90s era arcade racing games, your Cruising USA, all your whatever kind of stuff that you would associate with like late 90s games. I'm cruising along trying to win a race. There's endless modes.
That's not gonna buff out.
You get this cheesy announcement.
They didn't like commuting anyway.
I love it. Ridiculous announcer that just says a lot of times nothing even to do with the races, but just like spouts ridiculous stuff at you.
No way!
Uh-oh. So we're going to try to win this race real quick. I've done a whole video on this, so if you want to see more...
Try to win!
All the unlocks and things, and just more of the goofy commentary. Like I said, this game knows exactly what it is.
Let's go!
And it's exactly like... It's the closest thing to a mobile Burnout 3. Oh no! It's the closest thing to a Burnout 3 that I have, and I love it for that. Okay, dodge the car. But yeah, I mean, there's like regular races, there's endless modes, there's different environments, like we're in a city right now, almost like you can see this like a California or a Florida city.
I've always wanted to fly!
Love it.
No way!
Yep, should almost be done with the race. Then we'll move on to
Speed Weasel!
Speed. We're in first right now. Basically, we're just trying to get to the finish line at this point. Oh man. I'm sucking. Come on, oh, here's my finish line. And boom.
You should stop playing now and go interact with a real person!
Alrighty. Alright, well that is Maximum Car. And as far as racing games go, that is definitely an essential app. I will have this on every phone, every iPad in the future as long as I can. It supports cloud saves, so basically my progress seems to kind of carry over. If I want to pick this up on my phone or my tablet, it works that way, so beautiful. Here's another one that just came out not too long ago. Haven't released a full video for it. I've recorded it, but I haven't actually...
Rocky Hog.
But I haven't actually released it for you guys.
Push and Pop.
Push and Pop. This is a fun little puzzle game. Again, I'll just do a quick demo round here for you. So I'm this white block that I'm just kind of moving around, and basically you're moving pieces around, trying to make a full line. Boom, like that. And you collect these little bead thing or these little gem things.
Level up.
You see the number in the top middle there? That's my current score. I've gotten, I think the highest I've gotten is like 500 and some so far. Just kind of got this sort of trance-ish music to it. I really like the presentation. Again, I can play this with the sound on or off. It's another great thing to play while I listen to something. I'm just not even really paying attention. I'm just trying to play this as fast as I can. But, I figure I'll just show you a quick game. Dang it, I can't get... Okay, there we go. I want to get all these gems. There we go. Okay, and then we'll go up here. And if I get up to 100, I will basically get an extra life. If I don't get 100, if I get jammed into a corner, then it'll just be immediate game over. So 100, I get a revive essentially for free. see that the level changes over time. Like it changes colors and different, like there's different color things that it does. Yep, game over. So we'll just keep going. Continue.
Start game.
Okay, we got that. Again, I'm not really doing this strategically at all. I'm just basically swiping when I see a direction. But I just wanted to show you why I think, again, this is another essential game. This one came out not very long ago, but I super enjoy it. It's a different twist on a puzzle game. No, it's not it's a block puzzle, but it's not like your, Tetris or something like that. Now there's that block that's kind of in the middle there. Yep, but I just fixed there. What that does is it gives me a whole bunch of bonus gems if I can clear it, but I can't push that one, so I have to work around it. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want this part to go on very long. Okay, there we go. We lost. So,
Push and pop.
Here we go. 222. Okay, perfect. So that is definitely another essential game that is going to be into my rotation. And here's another classic, Tiny Wings. And this is I've done a video on this. This is one of my really early iOS games. And oh my God, I'm just doing. Come on, bird, you stupid. Fly, you worthless creature. So I'm trying to hold on the down hills, let up on the up hills, and then try to make myself really fly. And I haven't played this in ages, so I am gonna do oh, that was way late. Yeah. So basically you run until it goes to be nighttime. Again, it's just another, I'm picking games that are really that really fit mobile. A lot of them don't have traditional D-pads or other controls on them. These are games that just are, the strength is the platform, like they use the platform well. And again, you don't have to wait 6 hours to unlock things, or you don't have to, keep paying to unlock different things. So that's gonna be real bad. Okay, yeah, do your thing. There we go. It's gonna be nighttime pretty quick. I might be able to skin through this one, but I don't know if I'll get. Okay, there we go. Get over these hills. Okay, that's terrible. Yep, I'll get past this one, but I probably won't get past the next one too much. There we go. But again, this is just like a classic iOS game. This came out in God, I don't know. I mean, it was probably out before I even got into the iPhone. This game was probably out in I mean, they updated it fairly recently, though, so. But, I mean, this game was probably out before I even got my first iOS device back in the iPad 2 days. And I remember playing it on that, so, it's just withstood the test of time. Very simple game, other than the fact that I suck. Come on, you stupid bird. Yeah, just go to nighttime. Yeah, we're gonna end it here. There you go. It is nighttime. And there you go. That is, I was gonna say Flappy Bird. Tiny Wings. Tiny Wings. Next on our essentials list, what do we got here? Oh, Kung Fury. I did a video on this one too. If you haven't watched the short movie of this. It is like
Kung
this
Fury.
really cheesy parody thing. It's this really like a tap browser, like a browser sort of a thing. Yeah, will be him. Kung Fury, bring it. So I just tap either left or right, and it just goes to this looping thing here. But like the movie Kung Fury is totally stupid. The movie starts out with like this guy who's like fighting this rogue arcade cabinet that becomes like a robot thing, and then it just goes nuts from there. There's like going back in time and something with Hitler, and I'm not even gonna try to explain it because it's just like batshit crazy. You can watch it for free, just look it up on YouTube. I think it's on Steam. But Kung Fury. And yeah, I'm just basically tapping either left or right. Oh man, left or right, and I got hit once. I think if I get hit 2 or 3 times is when I am game over. So we're just gonna keep on keeping on here. And it gets a lot harder because so yeah, those guys, they block, and there's other guys like they'll team up on you. So you gotta, ouch, you gotta manage. And I love this 80s music, like this, the presentation of it looks like on a VCR, and just the 80s-esque synth music is great. Oh god, kill it! Oh yeah, and I'm dead. So there you go, that's Kung Fury. And, oh yes, and the sidekick is probably one of the best character names I've heard in a long time. So you're this cop, this Kung Fury guy, but your sidekick is Triceracop. Yep, it's just that dumb. Triceracop. So Kung Fury. Moving along in our essentials list, what else do we got? Oh, Split. I did a video on this one too. This one is really kind of neat too. So the way this works, I mean, I've played this on my phone and my iPad. Oh, okay. Split. So basically, it alternates between vertical and horizontal, and it'll split each little quadrant in half. So I'm just gonna, I haven't played this in a long time. I played this for quite a while though, for a while, and I got rather good at it, but you're just, and like again, I'm just kind of giving you a short demo of these things. If you want to see them in more detail, go check out. I have a full playlist for iOS low vision spotlight games, and that's where you can see the stuff in more detail. This will at least give you like a visual look of the game. Does it seem like something that you can play? Does it seem like can you see it well enough? You can kind of get an idea, at least by this Essentials video, if you're low vision. So, again, I'm not really paying much attention. I'm just tapping. But like I said, it'll go between horizontal and vertical. And yeah, you just basically have to, if you clear out like certain squares, you get you clear stuff out a little bit. So these blocks that have numbers in them, they will go away if you clear a certain, I forget exactly how it works, but essentially you can do that. Wow, and I'm actually clearing more than I thought I would. Like I said, I'm just tapping. I'm not even really trying. Let's see, where can I... So you got that white area. Let's see. It's taking longer than I thought it would. Just because, oh, see, now that's weird, because usually it would just switch to black. I'm not sure what I have to do to make it black. See, this, I wonder if one of the patches changed the way this works, because I don't remember it working quite this way. I have no idea how to make that big old white section into empty black again. Well, if I don't end it here really quick, I'll just end it forcefully. I was just going to try to get a game over and see how actual far I got. But I don't know. Go there. And then where could I go? There. Yeah, so we got this big old white area that I have no idea how to get out of. There we go. And we ended it. Okay. A decent score, actually. So there you go. That's Split. I like that because it's very high contrast. There's really not much there. Some of the numbers, especially on the phone, are really hard to see. I don't even really look at the numbers. I just basically try to, get different split patterns and try to, develop my own way to do it. Okay, Split. Here we go. Here's another game that's pretty interesting. Desert Golfing. I did a spotlight video for this. So you see, now this one, if you are low vision, I could see where you'd have a little bit of problem playing it, depending on the contrast. So you have the little ball on the left, and then you have the hole. You see the flag there on the upper right there. And the way this works is I just take my finger and I drag down at an angle. So I want to make it forward. I want to give this thing a whole boot here. Okay, we're going to slide down this hill probably. Yep. Oh, this hill is, and you got the hole number up on top there, and how many putts I'm trying to get it in right now. I'm not so sure I'm going to get this in. This is actually a really tough one, because if I go too far, what will happen is it will actually go out the right side of the screen like that, and then I get penalized for it. So this one I'm not going to spend a lot of time on. Oh man, if that would have just rolled to the right instead of back, that would have been a sweet chip shot. Nope. Got to be a little bit harder. Like I said, I don't want it to roll down though, because it's not even ground. Oh! Alright, I'll give it one more shot here. Nope, keep going to hit that. Oh man, every time it clears the top of it, but it doesn't. Nope, that's going to be way too far. Alright, anyway, Desert Golfing. It's actually, I mean, this is several holes in. But you get the idea. I mean, there's not really much sound to it. The graphics are very minimal. Like, occasionally the sky will change color a little bit, and it's almost, I think it's either endless or there's like a gazillion holes, like well over 1,000 that you can play through. Oh yes, Downwell. This is another one that's pretty crazy. I gotta even remember how to play this. I haven't played it in a while. Okay, here we go. So we go down this well. Yeah, I get it. Okay, so I'm falling down the well. Look at the high contrast of this. I'm just going down the well, and I can use my machine gun to kill things, but I can also use it to stop my fall a little bit or just slow it. You can kind of pogo off of different things. It's really kind of hard. Kill that guy. And again, you're trying to get down as far as you can. Now, there are levels, I think. I'm just terrible at this game, so I'm probably not going to get very far, but there are different wells and stuff that you can get to. I forget all the mechanics of it because this one I haven't played all that much, but it's one that I fully intend to play more because I do enjoy it a lot. And I would say, okay. So there we go, we got down our first hole. I'm actually doing better than I thought I would. Okay, here we go. Hole 2, and it's got this really great, like, black and white, like, NES aesthetic to it, and I just died right away. So there you go, is your high score. You get some power-ups and stuff, but yeah, Downwell, that's a fun one. What do we got here? Oh yes, Crossy Road, from the same folks who brought us Pac-Man 256. First came the riddle, why did the chicken cross the road? Because it's an endless runner, that's why. So we're gonna get smucked by the car, because we can. You see, you got that same font as Pac-Man 256, that kind of title screen there. Oh, geez. And I'm just murdering our poor chicken friend here. And I can swipe as well. So I can, if I tap, I move forward. But I also, oh God. Oh, I hit the, yep, okay. Anyway. Very simple. You get little gold things. You can unlock different characters. Some of them change the graphics a little bit. But it's very simple, very clean. Kind of just this isometric Frogger kind of a thing. Very fun, you know. I quite like it a lot. Again, all of these really play to the strengths of a mobile platform. They're not trying to shoehorn in some kind of, like, you know, traditional control scheme. They're very straightforward. Let's see, now what do we get here? Okay, trying to think. I just tapped on it, and I didn't look at what it was. What is this? Okay. Okay, why is it not... Yeah, so this game is so fun. Run, gun, jump, gun. I did a whole video on this. Oh my god, and I'm just doing horrible enough. Oh, that was stupid. This is an easy level. This game just gets so crazy so fast. I mean, go back. This would be one I would highly encourage you to watch the low vision spotlight for, just because it gets, like, basically you should be shooting forward at all times and then just shooting to the left or using your gun as a jetpack when you need to. But this game just gets so frantic, and when you, like, every time you think you're never going to get any farther, when you do, you feel like a freaking god. You know, you're like, oh man, how cool was I that I just did that. And they're short levels, but they, trust me, even though they're short levels, this game gets ridiculously hard. But I love the presentation style. I love the... you know, the music, I love the graphics. The gameplay is, like, it's very simple. Like, it takes 2 seconds to learn how to play it. But they take that one concept and just put all kinds of stuff in it. Like, you're literally dodging rows of missiles and explosions and all just maze things. And then it gets to the part where there's, like, stuff, you know, you're wrapping around from the top to the bottom of the screen and vice versa. And they keep layering on mechanics. It's just really, really crazy. But if you want something, a challenge that you can kind of sink your teeth into, that is a great essential. Run, gun, jump, gun. Check out the video. Here's another one, Pinout. This is a pinball game, and I've also done a video for this. It is not a regular, it's not a pinball game in like that you would really, like the way you would really do it. It's really music-based, kinda. And you're trying to basically propel your ball forward like you're actually proceeding in a level, not just getting a score. You're actually trying to get, and you run out of time after a while. You can get more time there. See if I can at least beat the first level, and I fell down again. This one is much easier to play on the iPad, but it is playable on the phone. But if I do play this, it will more than likely be on the iPad. There we go. Oh man, well I got time. Oh, would you? Dang it. I love the kind of glowy aesthetic, and especially, like I said, on the... Oh my god, I'm so not going to make this. I'm like, yeah, just kill me. You know what? Here. I'm not going to get to the top end. Yeah, I'm already running out of time. I just screwed this one up horribly bad. So I got one more time. Hit the thing. And so you really got to be deliberate on where and how you hit the flippers. But if I pull this one out of my butt, that'll be amazing. Oh, no, that's not going to work. I was going to say that would be amazing. Nope, not enough power. No. I mean, I don't want to play this forever anyway because we're doing this Essentials video, but Pinout, again, very, very cool game, especially on my iPad. This is definitely an essential, but even on the phone, I would argue that it's really good. Let's see, what else we got? One more in our Essentials folder here. And this is, I have mixed feelings. I mean, I kind of think it's an essential just because I keep wanting to come back to it and get better. But I'm just terrible at it. This is Pocket Boxer. And it was kind of, on the realm of like, hey, I want to play a Punch-Out type of game. And I'll just show you at least a match. So here we go. We've got our kind of virtual boxing gloves here. Ow.
Come on!
I gotta remember how this controls works. Oh man, I just got my butt kicked. Okay, body blows. I can dodge. Left or right. Or I can just continue to get my butt kicked. Again, I'm not really trying that hard, but surprisingly, this is another one that's been out forever, and I think they keep updating it because I'm surprised it still works. Ow. Yeah, I'm just getting... I like the little guy. Get out. Sounds like the guy from Rocky. There we go. Hey, we got him down once. I can live with that. Although my health is garbage. Ow. Really? Well, it should be a TKO, really, because I got knocked down 3 times.
9, 10, knockout!
Yeah, I just got murdered. But there you go, that's Pocket Boxer. So that's everything that I have in my Essentials folder, but I'm going to turn VoiceOver on because there are a few other games. It's really hard to really define, some stuff I think are more essential than others, but there are other games that I've just put in different folders for different reasons, that are just really, really good games. And some of them aren't on my phone because I have them on my iPad. Those are things more like, platformers, like, Bean Dreams, a really interesting platformer. Super Cattails is really good. Both on my phone and on my my iPad, I have Super Mario Run. That one I still play pretty regularly, and they just added a new mode to it. Actually, I can fire that up. Let's just jump. Let's turn voiceover off. I'll go into my Nintendo folder here, and we'll go to Super Mario Run really quick. I've done a video for this as well, but they did a new mode probably about a month and a half ago as I'm recording this. So we got this the beat 10 kind of a thing here. Oh yeah, now you got to download, really? Come on. I was going to at least show you. So this is a mode where basically you play 10 levels really quick. They're kind of randomized, and you're basically trying to collect more of these little gem things. And you're trying not to, like, if you die, you just move on. Like, so you just sort of keep going. So we're going to keep going here. It's got all new music. Oh, that was dumb. Why did I jump into the bullet? And there's some, like, you can hear some music from, like, the Game Boy Super Mario Land in there. You'll hear that pretty soon. So there's, now I'm on level 3. Oh, it's Saw Blades. Yeah, damn it. Saw Blades. Oh man, and I do this better on my iPad usually. Okay, so on the 5th level, you play as another character like Toad or Luigi or Yoshi. That part of the music there is like from the castle level. Oh my god, I'm sucking. A little bit of Super Mario World there. So they're short levels, but like you want to get all those little medals, and you don't want to die, obviously. And they're mean about it because like they want you to, like, some of the challenges that are with these, I actually have to get. I have to get all 30 of those stupid medals, and that's just an objective that I'm never ever going to be able to do. I don't think. 20, I might have a snowball's chance in hell, but oh, that's bad. All right, so then it just ends, and you get some sort of. There you go. You get something for your kingdom. While I'm in here, I will really quickly show you. See, then it shows like I've beaten some of them, died on a bunch of them. You level up. So again, I can go here, and I can go get more stuff. Whenever you level up, you get another thing. So the other thing that they've added in this major update, if I go back to my original play here, there's this whole new Star World, and I've only unlocked, I think, 2, maybe 3 levels in this so far. Each one of these comes with a ridiculous challenge, so you click on one of them, and it will tell you what you have to do in order to meet the challenge. So, like, beat a level in a certain amount of time, or with a certain amount of coins, or no coins, or some of these objectives are just ludicrously difficult, in my opinion. But yeah, so, that's kind of your Star World there. So, Super Mario Run is definitely an essential. That one you can try it for free, and then you pay like $10. It was on sale for like $5 for a little while. But that, again, that one, it works really, really well on mobile. But check out my full video if you want to learn more about the mechanics and things like that. Pokemon Go and Miitomo, they're neat distractions. I come back to them occasionally. I don't know if I would call them essential, but I just put them on my device just because, if I have a phone, like every once in a while, maybe I'll check into Miitomo or Pokemon Go, but I don't know. We'll see. But Mario Run for sure is. Then let me turn voiceover on really quick.
Voiceover on.
I
Game services
also
folder. 10 apps.
have.
Accessible games folder. 8. Line fold games folder. Word games folder. Music games folder. 2 apps.
So
Double tap to
music
open.
games, there's a
Opening
couple
music
in
games folder.
here like
Groove 2. Double tap to Groove 2. Double
Groove
tap.
Coaster 2. That one I'll probably put on a lot of my machines because I did a full video for that one, but it's this crazy
Voiceover off.
rhythm game. And some of it is easy to see. Some of the levels are actually really kind of difficult. There's I think 2, maybe 3 levels that I can think of that are a little bit tricky to see. And it is not. Might not be able to show this one because it's going to take too long to load. Well, go check out the video for. Go check out the video for
Voiceover on. Music games.
Groove
Groove 2.
Coaster 2. I have done a video for it. I can't remember if I've unlocked it yet in this as of recording this, but
Neon FM.
Neon FM is another really trippy rhythm game that I won't demo here, but again, I've done a video for that one. If you like rhythm and kind of musical stuff, those I could also kind of consider an essential game.
Closing
Like
music games
if you
folder.
like
Game
that
services
kind
folder.
of
10 apps.
genre.
28 new item. Line fold games folder. 6. Word games folder. Music games folder. Skyfish. Time Press. Escape from the app. Survivor Z.
All these
Double
other
tap to
ones
open.
I'm kind of in the
Grab
process
on book
of
out of pocket.
trying.
Double Super Cat Tails. Invert.
Super
Double tap.
Cattails is really good.
Office Space. Double tap. SUP. Recently updated. Droco Bongo. Desert Bus. Double Zombie Audio. Page 404. Adjust. Super Cat 2.
Yeah, I would basically say that those are the essentials for low vision. Now, as far as games for totally blind, because I know that's the first thing that people are going to ask, I may do a short video kind of just showing you what I have as far as audio games on my phone. But admittedly, I don't play those as often. I mean, I will definitely support them because I want them to continue happening, and I want them to be supported, and I hope you guys support them too. But there's a couple that I keep coming back to, but I don't really play those as often just because I don't really, some of them, they don't really have as much depth in my opinion, but I'll talk a little bit more about that in the next video. So stay tuned for that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. That is kind of an essential list of low vision games for iOS. A couple that I forgot to mention that are not on my phone, but again are on my iPad. Despite I have really mixed feelings on, I still keep playing the thing years and years later. Real Racing 3, I've done a video for that. But that one, it's free to play, but you better be very careful in how you play that game because, you know, you can play it, but eventually when you get far enough, there are a lot of free-to-play trappings, like where you have to pay to unlock cars. There's 2 currencies, like for gold and regular money. And where I'm at right now, like some of the cars, just even to unlock them, let alone upgrade them, are so ridiculously expensive. I think somebody did the math. I checked my Twitter posts, and a few weeks ago I posted an article that I saw. Somebody said they calculated it, and if you actually wanted to pay your way through earning your way through the game, if you didn't do a lot of grinding, you could pay upwards of $12,000, literally $12,000 to unlock everything. So, hell no. But I'm just playing it as it's a fun racing game. It's just a real pity that it's such a money grubbing mechanics in there because the core racing and everything in it is really solid. But it's EA, so, you know, I love the fact that they made Madden accessible, but aside from that, it's really hard for me to even wanting to support them with a lot of the crap that they've done recently. So, yeah, I really have mixed feelings on EA right now. And on my iPad, like I said, Real Racing 3 is another one. I'm sure there's a couple other ones that when I stop the video, I'll instantly remember. But I know there's one or two other ones that I always play on my iPads, like Puzzle Quest 2 or Puzzle Kingdom. Just, again, go look at all my low vision spotlight games for iOS. And, there's some other ones like 10 Million. A lot of the puzzle stuff, actually. Karateka is another good one. I should have put that on there. But yeah, so there's tons and tons of games that I would still, as frustrated as I am with the current downfall of the mobile games scene right now with microtransactions and wait times and free-to-play bull crap, there's still a lot of great stuff out there. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Follow me on Twitter at BGFH79. And until next time, I will talk with you guys again later.